On March 3rd, 1897, a very, very important piece of historical legislature was passed, the Bottle and Bond Act. As a whiskey geek, this is something that I actually think is super cool and very important. It helped reestablish public faith in distilled spirits, and it helped kind of set a standard of quality for what whiskey and bourbon could be. So to kind of celebrate the anniversary of Bottled and Bond Day, I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a little bit of a bracket challenge and see which one of the 16 Bottled and Bond bourbons I have chosen is in fact number one. Roll that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to T-Rod Whiskey, and we are going to do something that I have never done on the channel before, but this is going to be the Bottled and Bond Bracket Challenge. I thought about doing it blind. It was just going to be way too much work because I kind of do this all on my own, so I will know what's going into the glasses, but you guys will see this is our bracketing for this year's Bottled and Bond Challenge. We have 16 different bottles from various different distilleries across the country, and we're going to taste through and see who wins. So I don't want to complicate it any further. Let's jump right in. Our first matchup is going to be the Old Tub Bottled and Bond from the Jim Beam Distillery. If I can get this thing open. And I'm just putting a dab in the mini Glens because it's early in the day and I'm not looking to get sloshed. And that is going up against the Taconic Bottled and Bond from the Taconic Distillery in New York State. So everybody kind of knows Bottled and Bond, right? The overwhelming rule, basically 100 proof, has to be the product of one distillation season, I think. Is that a Bottled and Bond rule or a bourbon rule? Anyways, generally 4 years, 100 proof. Let's not overcomplicate it. I'm having a bit of a moment right now, so let's just get into it. We'll start with the Old Tub. Gave myself probably more than I need because... Okay. So, peanuts, cherries, a little bit of sour oak. Not bad, but that nuttiness definitely present. It's a Beam characteristic. Let's jump over to the Taconic. A little bit of a leathery note, kind of earthy. Earthy or herbal note. Rounded out leather, caramel, a little bit of sweet oak. This round goes to the Taconic. All right. Next matchup, both coming out of the Heaven Hill Distillery, we have the J.W. Dant Bottled and Bond. Going up against the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond 7-year age statement. Would have loved to have this going up against the 6-year, but I mean, honestly, who even has a bottle of that anymore? I've never owned one, but okay, a little bit of that nut funk that J.W. Dant is so fond of, or known for, rather. The drinkers are fond of it. That Heaven Hill kind of almondy note, a little vanilla. I've always found Dant to be a little bit flat compared to the JTS Brown, which, spoiler alert, is not in this blind because it's my favorite, so I wanted to take it out. Heaven Hill, right away, like a caramel creme. Tannic wood. Okay. Heaven Hill wins. All right, up next, George Dickel, Bottled and Bond, 13-year-old, making this definitely the oldest bottle in this battle, versus the only rye, Old Pepper Bottled and Bond. Oh man, I got to get into this one more often. That cork did not want to come out. Okay. No, it's a little bit of an odd matchup. You got one of the most unique flavor profiles versus the only rye, so we shall see. Okay, that minerality is already coming off of it on the nose. Yeah, that minerally, leathery, vanilla. Yeah. Ooh. Rye spice, vanilla. Yeah. Old Pepper's going to take it. Okay, and our last matchup of side one, the new Bullet Bottled in Bond versus the Bardstown Bottled in Bond. Oh, that was a substantial cork pop. Just posted the review. Oh, man. Just posted the review of this new Bullet Bottled in Bond. I'm expecting good things here. Slight, like raw pecan note to this. Oaky, vanilla, not bad at all. Corn sweetness. Uh-huh. I love the nose on this one. Cinnamon, icing, got like that Cinnabon kind of note to it. Notes that citrus, a little bit of rye spice and pepper. Yeah. Wow, it seems like the right side took this bracket. Okay, Bullet, that's your winner. All right, starting the right side of the bracket, we have 1792 Bottled in Bond versus the Chestnut Farms Bottled in Bond. I thought this was a fitting matchup. They're both out of the Barton Distillery. I expect 1792 to absolutely wipe the floor with Chestnut Farms, but we will see. And this is a single barrel from Piccolo's. This is a, for the most part, I think these are like, Jesus, Total Wine exclusives. All right. Ooh. That creamy banana note that I love off of the 1792 Bottled in Bond. It's like a Bananas Foster. Mm-hmm. Yep. Just Bananas Foster for days. This, I don't know if it was just this barrel or these Bottled in Bonds in particular, but that one is always just so good. Chestnut Farms. Vanilla, caramel, oak, traditional bourbon notes. Not bad, but traditional bourbon notes. Again, classical, vanilla, oak, a little bit of tannic something there. It's just, it's muted in comparison. It is a paler version of this. So the win's going to go to the 1792. All right, this one is sure to be a pleaser. This is the Early Times Bottled in Bond. This is the black plastic cap Early Times, so the good stuff. I was forward thinking enough to grab a case of this, actually more than a case, when I found out that it was being sold. And then on this side, we have, this is a fresh pop on the Dragon's Milk Origin Bonded. Ooh, that was a good one. I'm just interested to see how this one shakes out because I've never tried this bonded before. Cheers. Ooh, plum. God, I've forgotten. I haven't had this one in a minute. I always get plum on the nose of this. It's very weird. Yeah, a little bit of espresso, wood, a little hint of chocolate. Okay. And the dragon's milk. Oh, tropical fruit. Tropical fruit on the nose. Like a tropical fruit cocktail on the palate. Wow. Oh, that's tough. I'm going to go with the Dragon's Milk over the Early Times. I know that's going to be an unpopular opinion, and someone's going to want to crucify me in the comments. It is what it is, guys. I'm sorry. The Dragon's Milk takes the win. Next matchup, the T.W. Samuels Bottled in Bond versus, this is another Barton product. This is the Kirkland Signature Bottled in Bond. I don't know if the T.W. Samuels is made in anything other than a handle, but I'm kind of glad that it is. It made in something this large because, I mean, it's relatively cheap. I believe that this is a Bardstown product. I'm not positive, but I actually really enjoy it. As far as budget hitters go, I think that one does pretty well, and it's kind of an unsung hero. And this one from Kirkland, I grab these whenever they're available because they're not just sitting on shelves year round. But here we go. Custard. A little bit of like a meringue, kind of lemony note. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a muted oak. A little vanilla. Just a good classical bourbon. Nothing crazy going on. And then the Kirkland. A little bit of that banana note. Not nearly as good as the 1792s, but this is just like raw banana. Kirkland Bottled in Bond. That's your winner. I'm a sucker for that banana note. What can I tell you guys? And the final matchup of the divisional round is the, coming out of Heaven Hill, the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond. Obviously a favorite down here because, well, there's like nothing left in that bottle. We go through quite a few of these. And then out of Bardstown, the old Bardstown Bottled in Bond. This is a Willet product. Just a dabble, do ya? All right. Yeah, Evan Williams. The Bottled in Bond is just trusty. A little bit of a dark chocolate oak note. Caramel chew candies. But like a darker caramel chew candy. And the Bardstown, a little bit of leather and earth. Caramel, vanilla, some classical notes, but like a unique earthy quality to it. I'm going to go with the old Bardstown just because it's more interesting. A little bit of a leather on the back end there. Old Bardstown moves forward. Those are your winners from the divisional round. Make sure you come back tomorrow. We're going to have the semis and moving forward. Cheers.